Hey guys, we are live. Let's see how this looks out tonight. Let's see. We got two people already on here. We are live tonight. We've had kind of a funny night here tonight. I just posted I just posted a couple of shirts that I bought online, and they were Celtics shirts. And the first thing that comes to mind to some people is they were probably made in China. It's like, what do I care? I spent $6 for them, and I like the Celtics. I'm from Boston, So the guy, I wrote back to the guy, says, for $6, what do I care? The guy had a fit and says, "Oh, I'm gonna unsubscribe from your channel." He's on my Facebook. What do I care? Like seriously. I mean, we've come to the point now, I think, with people that if you don't do what they want you to do, then they want nothing to do with you. You have to follow everybody's directions, or you're not going to be their friend. And that's what we're coming to in this world, unfortunately. And it's kind of sad that it's like that. It's like everybody has to be cookie cutter to their directions, and it's kind of like narcissistic behavior too. But anyway, guys, we got 9 people on here already, and we can talk about whatever we want tonight. We got at sports with the Celtics. I haven't watched the games. I just heard that they clinched it, and I was kind of happy about that. Um, but tonight we talk about anything but politics. So we are game on. So who we got on here? We got Sinful's already on here tonight, and we'll see who else. Let's see. We got 14 people, 2 thumbs up. So we're cruising pretty fast here and getting some people on here. Let's some more chat up there, guys. So we're going to chat about just about anything. We've actually had a good week this week with a lot of the videos we've put out this week. A lot of good material we've covered. And if you guys have any ideas of stuff that we can talk about in a video, feel free to always, throw that in the comment section or whatever. I've had some people ask me if I would do harmonica videos. No, I won't do harmonica videos. I might do a little bit of harmonica in one of them or something like that for a few seconds, and that's about it, like I did last week on the live stream. But who else we got on here? We got 20 people on here right now. Well, Sep315. Hey, Stevie, greetings from Germany. How's it going? It's going good, man. Good to see you on here tonight. Joseph Grutza. Good morning, brother. Joe from Lubbock. Joe, contact me soon if you can. Okay, maybe tomorrow night or during the week or something like that if you can, between 6 and 9:30 p.m. my time. I'm gonna try to. I've got a little bit of information out of the guy. I want to pass it on to you. Danny's Travels. Hey, Gavin. Good evening from Queensland, Australia. Australia on board. Thailand here. Mate V. Danny's Travels. Go Celtics. Sinfuls. Steven5975 at yahoo.com if you guys want to email me. It usually takes 24 to 48 hours, sometimes longer for me to get back to you. And Joseph Gressa says, copy that. Tyrone Carson. Disabled vet can live well. $200 a month. Yes, absolutely. 2,500 is in that sweet spot. The sweet spot is just this place where if you don't live super good, but you're living good enough that you're happy. I know some people worked all their life and they don't have $3,000 to $4,000, $3,000 to $5,000 a month, and some people do. But 2,500, sure, that's good. Brian O'Reilly, how do I get a few of those Larry Bird shirts in 3XL? Yeah, they only have 2XL, and you can probably get them online on Lazada or on Temu. Temu might have them. I know Lazada's out of the 3X right now. I got the 2X. They fit me. They're okay. Tyrone Carson, thanks. Osiris transitioning. Peace, blessing. Mr. Slick 66 says, greetings. Yes, Celtics again, world champs. Celtics is a really, really good team. Spend the money on their team too. A lot of the guys from the Celtics used to go to the school that I used to work at, and they used to go down and talk to the kids about drugs. And one of the guys was Delonte West. And what was funny was later on he ended up on drugs and on the street. I think he was in Texas or something like that when what's his name, Mark Cuban, I think is it, whatever the guy's name. I can't remember the guy's name. He found him on the streets, and he took him and put him into rehab, and he actually helped him get a job, I think, at the rehab too. So good story in the end. Brian O'Reilly, nice. That is my goal, to lose a few more pounds. Same here, Brian. Let's see. Who else we got on here? We got 48 people already, so we're cruising. 10 thumbs up already. Let's get some more thumbs up on there, guys. We get more people that way. But let's get some more chat on here. How's it going back in Boston, Brian? See John living in the Philippines. Good evening. How you doing, John? Danny's travels. Walk, walk, walk. Best way to do it. Yeah, we actually try to walk 10,000 steps every chance we get. Flipping a little bit, just doing 5,000. Mike D says, "What's up, Steve?" Not much. But we try to get out to the mall at night. We haven't been able to do the 10,000 steps because we've been waiting for some packages to come. See, RC in Jacksonville, Delonte just arrested on drugs, unfortunately. That's sad. ROV, good PM, Steve. US dollar equals 58.80. Closing rate last Friday. Celtics and 79. That's been a while. It's been a while, but this is still a good team. You know, even when they were weren't playing that well, they were still a fairly decent team. They had a couple of bad years there. Russell Swats, how was your sciatica, Steve? Did you find a cure? Did you try nerve flossing? No, I'm going to this Japanese acupuncturist pretty soon. This coming week, I think it is, and he electrocutes my leg and my back, and it makes the nerves, pulls the nerves out of where it's getting pinched sometimes, but it usually goes right back in, unfortunately. Let's see. Dave, good morning from Maine. How you doing, Dave? Edward Lawler for the retired military SRRV. What's the turnaround time? It's about 3 to 4 weeks. And do you have to send your passport? Yes, you have to send your passport because they have to put the visa in there. So that's what they got to do. RC in Jacksonville finally get to the Philippines a few days ago. In Cebu for neck surgery. Joseph Grutza, we are not getting much rain here. I see you have been getting a little bit. We've been getting some rain here. Go Mavericks, just saying. Tyrone Carson, hey man, I love your channel, and I'll see you when I get there in September. Sounds good, man. David Hess, good morning, everyone. Sorry, guys. We've got 4 apartments here. They're probably going to go anywhere from 60 or 70 for the studios, upwards to 100 to 120 for the 1 bedrooms. And they're not huge. They're not as big as mine. They're small. And if anybody's looking for, I'm going to actually do a video on them when they're close to be getting done. Actually, I could probably do one tomorrow or the next day. Maybe I'll do one this week. We'll see what time I have. Because this week I have to do the PRA and a bunch of other stuff. David Hess says, good morning, everyone. Brian O'Reilly, it was a great celebration of banner 18 for the Celtics, except for the few guys that had too much to drink and get beat up in fights. Joseph got, so how about video on cooking there at the apartment? My girlfriend does some cooking. She cooks a lot here. I'm not sure if that would be a great video. Most people don't like cooking too much. Afternoon, evening rains here in Metro Manila. Be ready for flooding and traffic. We've been lucky that we haven't had any major flooding. I mean, I came out of the mall one time. I think I was in for about a half an hour and came out, and it must have, it was like the cloud just fell on the ground. Everything was flooded really quick too. Dickie Spaz, 117 in Phoenix yesterday. Probably 114 today. Michael, good evening, Stephen. How you doing, Michael? Good to see you on here, man. Sinfuls, I am glad my wife cooks. She is a fantastic cook, always coming up with new items. We usually order out. Subway actually delivers here now to my house, which, I like salads and I like subs, but I don't like, I've been skipping the subs with meat on them, and getting more tuna sandwiches and stuff like that, tuna subs. Joseph Grudsa, to show people it's no food at home. It's funny, Joe, because I don't eat a lot of. Anybody that knows me knows I don't eat a lot of Filipino foods at all. I eat very little. Danny's travels. How long does it take from where you are to BGC? Probably about 2 hours, and at night maybe an hour and a half. I can probably make it there if I fly. Hour and a half, somewhere around there. BGC is not that far. During the day it's far because of the traffic. Dickie's Best says, hey, Sinfuls, Steve and everyone else. Jack, so came here back in El Nido, back in Bangkok. The water in El Nido was super brown. It's a shame how much money El Nido makes through tourism, but can't get their water situation under control. Big Mr. Big Slick 66. That's like a mouthful, man. Uh, Steve, speaking of heat, how long did it take you to adjust to that environment? We just had 3-day heat wave here in New England. I heard about the heat wave back there. Um, it took me about 2 years, maybe three, to get used to the weather here. And now I actually find some days I have to wear a sweatshirt or something like that, and it's, I mean, I go outside at night and that's cold to me. Um, the AC, I put it on higher now, a lot of things. But, you know, for the most part, I think we adjust here like in 2 or 3 years. It's not that bad. When I go up to Manila now, even on a day that there's it's super hot, it doesn't feel super hot to me. And plus, we're getting older too, so you like it hot, you know. Um, Sinful is cool right now here. It's nice. Yeah, Sinful doesn't live too far away from me. It's actually cool outside my door. Also, let's see, we got 57 people, 21 thumbs up. Thank you guys. Um, if let's get some more conversation on here, guys. Let's see, Dave, is there a minimum amount of time you have to live in the Philippines before applying for a driver's license? No, if you're on the SRRV, as soon as you get the SRRV, you can get your driver's license. You can get a driver's license here. Now, as far as other people, I'm not sure. I just know with the SRRV. I can't speak for the other people. Maybe Sinfuls might know if there's a waiting time or whatever. Danny's Travels. Last days here, I felt like I was back in the Philippines. I kept looking for a jeepney or Jollibees. To get back to let's see, Dave, if on a tourist visa about 90 days and you need your ACR card, there's your answer. So you get 90 days and you need your ACR card. Roy McShane, your stateside license is good for 90 days. Yes, it's only good for 90 days over here. Michael, El Nido and Boracay both bring in lots of money, yet get the instruction. Both places are subpar. Both places keep the big hotel chains like Hilton and Marriott, which would improve quality. Um, I went to Boracay. This was back in the 80s, Michael, and it was fairly decent back then. I haven't been there now, but I've heard from people that it's pretty decent there now. I'm not sure I would call it subpar from what I've heard, though. I've heard that most of the hotels there are pretty decent, and they have restaurants there like McDonald's and Pizza Hut and stuff like that there. Um, so I mean, the infrastructure must be halfway decent to attract places like that there. Joseph, what VPNs can you subscribe to so I can watch TV from the States? Tunnel Bear. I subscribe to Tunnel Bear. Tunnel Bear gives you for a while, can subscribe for the whole year and get a whole bunch of VPN. Michael L. They keep out the big hotel chain, that is. Joseph, is Mary Rose running behind or maybe on vacation? No, she just got back off vacation. She's actually, if you need her information, send me an email and I'll send you her stuff. Or sounds like you already have it though, or just send her out another one, Joseph. Okay. Let's see. Simples Boracay has some really nice hotels. They cost a little more. I had a suite with my own pool. That sounds pretty nice. Michael L. The local hotels just are not up to Hilton quality. Redneck, hello from Alabama. We met in Manila, VA back in 2019, and I appreciate all the info you passed to my wife and me back then. It was a big hit to us. Enjoy your channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Kirk, hi, Steve. Can your SRRV deposit requirement be in US dollars? Yes. Most people put it in US dollars, and you can write a personal check for it rather than wiring it. Okay, so you can write a personal check. Just bring your checkbook when you do it, Kirk. And if you need help doing that, we do it for free. Mary Rose does not charge. She gets paid by the PRA from your application fee. So that's all the reason why you should use us. Other people double dip and they charge $1,000 on top of that. So let me know if you need help. You can just email me. Joe Porter, local hotels are a hit and miss at best 6. Sinful says Michael L. The Lind in Boracay is a star. Hey, Shane, Sinfuls, I had one of those suites at the Mandarin. Jay Sully, hello, Steve. Jim from Cocoa, Florida. Just just joined. How long have you lived in the Philippines? I've lived in the Philippines for it'll be going on 7 years next year. So simple. Ray McShane, yes, there is nice ones there. Michael L says, I use PIA, private internet access, as VPN. Mike D, is there a limit to with ATMs per day? And obviously you get your money in PHP, right? Yes. Oh, Mike, you can take out 10,000 pesos at a time. That's $200 at a time. But you can take it out 5 times and then all the way up to $1,000 on most American accounts. I can take out 1,000 US a day. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I didn't know that at first, so I was only taking out $200 a day or 10,000 pesos, and it was like, because I'm gonna have to do this every day. This is ridiculous. But then I found out, this is a long time ago when I first got here. I could take out 1,000 a day, and I can also send myself money through Western Union and go pick it up. Just have my passport and stuff. Gurkha 9, SRRV deposit must be in US dollars. Yes, it must be. Okay, and it can be paid by check or wire, and it has to come from a wire outside of the US, and it has to come from a check outside the US too. Discerning Dash, am I eligible for the SRRV? I am a veteran with disability and under 40. No, you have to be 50. Used to be that you could do it, but they've changed all that. So it's 50 years old, unfortunately. You can come up with a tour visa. It's not that expensive. It is, but it's not in the same respect. Sinful's Mike D, China Bank, you can do 20,000 PHP. I can change my limits and take up to 5K US dollars a day. That's pretty good. I like that, Sinfuls. Ray McShane, BPI does 20,000 per transaction. Yeah, some banks are different. I'm just talking about the banks in my area. Jay Sully, like your channel, you have good, useful information. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Jay Sully. And Sid says thanks also. Morocco, hi Steve. How does the timing work with the SRV and the 10K bank deposit? It seems you can open an account without an SRRV. No, you can. We bring you into the place. Mary Rose brings you in there and they open it for you because it's a security account. Without the SRV, and you can't get the SRV until you have the 10K. You can deposit the money, and then what happens is it starts the process, Morocco. Once you deposit the money, it starts the process, and it goes right into the bank. And then if we take, I've never seen anybody not get it. We have a lot of people saying, well, what if I don't get it? My money's going to be this and that. That money is your money, and nobody's going to steal it from you or anything like that. And we meet at the PRA in the morning. If you want to use me, I can go with you too if you feel safer. But Mary Rose is really, really good at what she's done. She's done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. And I myself have done quite a few people with her. I just go up there to just kind of guide you along through the day, and if you want to shoot questions at me or whatever. AD, I was planning on moving to the Philippines for a year, but this China threatening the Philippines has me worried. Something, China's just a bunch of bullies. I mean, they really are. And I saw what they did to those Filipinos out there, and it's atrocious what they're doing. I don't think if it gets into something big, the United States is here, and a lot of other countries are going to join in. So I don't think China is kind of surprised with the amount of backbone that the United States has sent in here, and serious amounts of people. You have to remember that when we left Subic, that's when China come in and moved in on all those islands. And that's what happened. And now they want us back in here, and for good reason. I think they thought that it was going to be pretty much safe. It's not safe. There's always going to be a bully on the block, and China happens to be that bully. Let's see. Living Philippines, HASB Bank ATM 80,000 a day. Sinful says, Sully, I use USAA and have an address in Texas. Mike, I know with 4 to 5K, I'd be okay, but how okay? Meaning I can travel around the island, stay at nice places, etc. I'm working up to this. Yes, yes, absolutely. You'll be able to pretty much do what you want, but you still gotta, you gotta have a budget. Everybody has to have a budget. I don't care if you're on $10,000 a month or you're on 4 to 5K or 3K or 2K or 1,500, 1,500. You gotta have a budget. A lot of people don't get that because you need to know where your money is leaving, where it's what it's getting spent on. John living in the Philippines says HSBC. Terry Roberts, hi Steve, saw you in SM. Bit shy, just said hi. I did not want to bother you with your girlfriend. That's okay, man. Terry, you can always come up to me. No problem. Just introduce yourself. I'm all them all. Tyrone Carson, are you a vet? And if you are or not, you should be trying to reach out to us first because you're very informative. Thank you. We work with a lot of the veterans. In fact, most of the people that go to the PRA to get the SRRV are all veterans. That's why I help with that. Not all of them, but we help the majority of people are veterans. Dickie Spez's nice wife's niece here is here on 6 months tourist visa. Already talking about returning once she returns to the Pinas. Tyrone Carson, vets. Yeah, we work with a lot of vets, Tyrone. A lot of vets. We have veterans at our Texas Roadhouse get-togethers and stuff like that. Simple as Mike D, certainly with a reasonable cost of a house or apartment. Steve McMarron, BPI, I can get 20/20/10 ATM withdrawn. Chris Jackson, Steve, love your shows. You, Peter Schiff, and me, March 23rd, 63. Keep up the great work, dude. Job Bays, watching and listening from New York, Cubao, Quezon City, and Metro Manila. Finn Publishing, I appreciate the excellent content. Your YouTube channel is fantastic. Could you help me by providing some information about living and retiring in the Philippines and where you live? Yeah, if you contact me, I'll help you with that. Sure. You can contact me at my email, and then I'll give you a phone number. I'm gonna give it out on here though. So it's Steven5975 at yahoo.com, Finn. Dwayne Kelly, who can help process K1 and K2? There's people that do that, but be careful. If you're talking about taking somebody back to the US, is the International Institute in Lawrence, Massachusetts, and they do all that. Okay. Sinful says Finn Publishing. Go back and watch Steve's videos through his library. Much information. That's true. He's right. Finn, I have a ton of stuff there that we don't do. We haven't done recently because we've already done all that stuff. RLV divorce bill now in PH Senate from Congress. Terry Roberts just moved here from Manila. Brought a house here. Jay Sully, hit the like button, everyone. Thank you, Jay. And Sinful's put up the email address if you guys need it. Finn Publishing's puts up a medal there. York, PA, running late, but as always, love the content you're producing. Steve, Finn Publishing, thank you all. And Sinful says you're welcome, and you're welcome from me also. As far as veterans here, if you have a problem here, I can usually steer you in the right direction if you need help. I have quite a lot of connections here, but be careful because there's some places out there that will rip you off and they want to charge you money for doing something. You know, when you help a fellow veteran, you shouldn't be charging them. Let's just put it that way. You know, Joseph, hey Steve, I was watching your video when you're showing your house standing by the front door, looking to the kitchen. I saw a small door there. Does alcohol? Does it go to your backyard? Yes, it goes to my backyard. It says alcohol to your backyard. Yes, it does go to my backyard. Edward Marler, do you have Mary's info for the SRRV submission? Yes, contact me at Steven5975 at yahoo.com, Edward, and just tell me that you're looking for Mary's info and you want my phone number too, my US phone number or my Philippine phone number, whatever you need, and we'll do it for free. Absolutely free, no strings attached, you know, no scams, no nothing. And everybody say the same, that I've had tons of people on here that we've helped in the past, and everybody's happy. Joseph, sorry, voice text does the door go out to your back? Yes, there's actually just like a plate, like a wet kitchen back there. And Sinfuls puts up the Steven5975 at yahoo.com for you guys. Edward Lawler says, "Thank you. You're welcome. No problem. You can, if you do email me, Edward. It usually takes 24 to 48 hours for me to get back to you, but I've been trying to get back faster. But that's usually how long it takes because I used to do it with my girlfriend and doing other things. And tomorrow's Sunday too, so I'd like to have some time for myself. Practice on my harmonicas. Let's see, we got 66 people, 36 thumbs up. Let's get some more chat on here, guys. Don't be afraid to ask. Christopher Lee, how is your stock account looking nowadays? Also, do you use a VPN to access it? I got rid of my stocks when Ameritrade closed me down. Ameritrade, also Charles Schwab. They turned into Charles Schwab. They closed me down. And I don't think a VPN is going to help you because a lot of people here are telling me that if you use a VPN, they know you're using the VPN and they still shut down your account. So that works. And what's happening is if some people use their ATM over here, it shows where your money come out of, and they pay attention to that. Ben Shepard, hello, how you doing, Ben? Good to see you on here, man. But I just quit stocks. I have enough money to survive. What am I going to do? Save for my retirement? I'm retired at this point. I do enjoy doing that. I did enjoy doing, but I see stocks as kind of volatile right now because of all the stuff that's going on with potential for war. See what happens. It's kind of scary out there right now. Zane Underwood, hey guys, heads up, man. I was looking for the live stream this morning and I've been unsubscribed. This is one of those instances I've heard this happening, and now it actually has, what a trip. Zane, you were unsubscribed from my channel because I never unsubscribed you. That's weird. Joseph, love your show. Thanks for all the great information. A couple other people have told me that too. Mike D, how does Schwab know you live there? You could just be traveling. I think when they see enough of the withdrawals and stuff like that, they probably see where you're calling from and a bunch of other stuff. They have all kinds of equipment to know where you're at, and I'm sure they have ways of finding out. Let's see here. Joseph says, love your show. Thanks for all the great information. Mike D, how does Schwab know that you live there? You could be traveling. You could be, but they usually know when you're there for a long time. It took a while. Would you rather buy a Volkswagen or a BMW? A Volkswagen. I like Volkswagens. Brian O'Reilly, did you accept land or home ownership in lieu of the 10K? Will they? No, they will not. You have to have the 10K in there. And right now, I'm not even sure if they're doing the land ownership thing anymore, but they probably will get back to it. But temporarily, they stopped it for the SRRV visa. Or do you have to own a condo for that? You can lease with it. It was what they had before, and I don't know if they're still doing it right now. As of a few weeks ago, I was told that they're not doing it right now because they have the new person, and then they're trying to look over everything before they reopen things. But it will reopen, I'm sure. Michael said, "What do you think about the sewage strategy?" I never heard the sewage strategy, Michael, but okay, I'll hear it. Brian Simple says, Brian O'Reilly, condo or townhouse only, nothing land related. Morocco says, I read that Schwab places your account to liquidation only, no deposits. You can only make withdrawals. Yeah, but it's scary the way it's worded because it says stuff on there that they can take it out whenever they want. They could pull it out when it's really low or something like that. I would not let it sit there in liquidation. I would not, that's kind of scary. Hiding in the Philippines, I love you play the harmonica. I play as well. I played for the customs guys in Turkey. They didn't know what it was. I turned many heads and caused many miles. Love your channel even more. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I love harmonicas. I have probably about 100 of them now. Actually, I have some more coming on the way that I just ordered from this company, and they have great harmonicas, man. They sound really good. Jay Sully, do you have a U.S. bank? Do you use a U.S. physical address? I do have a U.S. credit union, and I use a U.S. address, but they know that I'm over here. I've told them at that credit union, they don't care. Banks that have the problem. Credit unions run by different set of rules. Simple says, Sully, for me, I have a physical address in Texas. RLV says, 315 after sales maintenance for BMW or MB will be very pricey here. I agree with that. Triple safe. Hi, just a little here. Fun watching your channel and learning from your experiences being here from Cebu. Thanks. Thanks, man. Ben Shepard, Joe made a video showing his life on 110 a month. Do you believe it? You know, I those guys, um, and they don't live on just 110 a month. You know, I mean, I know what I get every month. I get about 1,000 a month, sometimes less, sometimes more. It varies. Just on YouTube alone, and then I have my municipal thing, and I have some other stuff, and you know, it's very very hard living on 1,100 a month. And I think Sinfuls would say the same thing. Let's see, RLV said, Sinful says RLV, haha, that's a understatement. Simple says, yes, my USA bank has no issue with me being here also. Yeah, some banks don't care. Simple says, 1,100 a month. Yeah, that's too little for me. I wouldn't want to live on that here. You know, I always say the 2 to 3,000 is the best place to be. Above that is like, it really kicks butt, you know. Tyrone Carson says, are you a vet? Yes, I'm a Navy submariner. Barry in the PI, I have a U.S. bank, but I don't have a physical address. Let's see. RLB is as simple as, if you are here, best bets are the Japanese brands, Toyotas, Hondas, Mitsubishis. Yeah, all those are good. Suzuki, those little Suzuki things are pretty reasonable too, but they're small. Simples are, yes, I agree. You know, we often talk about that, and a lot of these guys that are watching a lot of channels saying that they're living on 800, or they interview some guy that's making it on 500 down in the provinces or something like that. I think we're doing these guys a service back home, because some of them believe it, and most of them can't live like that. Simple's 40K, the big here. Jay Sully, Barry, and the PI. What bank do you use? Triple straight, yeah, for sure. Japanese brands, because if you can find local mechanics, do work on those. John, living in the Philippines, there's no way I could live on 1,100 a month, maybe double that. Yeah, exactly. You'd probably need double that to live halfway decent. Morocco 62. I recently opened a Schwab online checking account mainly for the ATM advantages. I wonder if Schwab would leave that alone and only hassle me about the brokerage side. They usually hassle you about the brokerage side. Okay, the other stuff, they usually leave the guys alone on that. Regular guy says, why don't you get a scooter? I don't want a scooter. It's like a death trap. I don't think I'd ever want a scooter. Besides that, it's hard for me to ride a bike because of my back and my leg. So, York, PA, what are your thoughts on retirement homes in the Philippines? Well, I hope that this is a long way away from me, since I'm only turning 60 in this November, but I'm curious for long term, especially since I'm single. They have retirement places you can go to. There's some places over in Tagaytay. You can just look them up, and they're fairly reasonable too, and they take care of you pretty well. Triple strafe locals can definitely live on less, maybe 600, 800, but it's always a lifestyle. Yeah, and that's not living good. Barry in the PI says RBFCU Union for Vets. Sinfuls, I have a Schwab account for ATM and no issue. Ben Shepard, what up, regular guy? You missed. Jay Chenwick, do you have a Philippine driver's license? Yes, I do, for 10 years. It's good for 10 years. That's the cool part, because I had it for 5 years, but I don't drive, you know, so I didn't get in any accidents or anything. So RLV says, Sinfuls, Fords are okay here. Yeah, Fords are okay. Ray McShane says, York, no retirement homes here. Jay Sully, K, thanks, Barry. Sinful says, ROV, I have been a Ford guy my whole life, no issues. I like Fords. Crypto and the PI, I just purchased an Innova by Toyota. It's so great to get around and go places versus public transportation. Tyrone Carson says, I can't wait to get to try Leech On. For the guy that was asking me about, do I drive here, or would I drive a scooter and stuff like that? I'm planning on getting a Suzuki, one of those small ones. They're rebuilds. That they don't rebuild the motor; they actually find a decent motor and put it in. That's a used motor, but I like them. They're actually kind of cute. You can get them for about $4,000. They're not sharp little things. Christopher Leroy says, "Is there any brokers out there where you can trade stocks when you're overseas?" Yeah, you can get an international account, but you have to have like $75,000 in some of them. And there are some brokers out there that will, but you have to talk to these people and make sure that they know, because sometimes when you're talking to the person on the phone, they'll tell you yes, then they'll shut your account down later. And that's exactly what happened with Ameritrade. Sisful's, yes, I have to have my own transportation here. I need that freedom. Sidfuls rides a bike. He got a nice bike too. Michael L says, Ford makes good trucks but terrible cars. I prefer Mazda for cars. Yeah, the cars are not the greatest, I don't think. Some of them are good. Triple Strafe, Leechon, maybe in Talisaya, car in Cebu. You'd have a good time. Sinful says, Michael L. Our Everest is Ranger-based SUV. Been real good. Sinful has a nice bunch of cars in his garage. He used to have two, but he has one now. ROV Sinful, so much issues on Fords, the early to mid 2010s, not hearing anymore. Sinful, I'm actually looking at buying another bike, Steve, one that is comfortable for Pam to ride. That'd be cool if she can go with you. Morocco says, I've heard Robinhood has no problems with expats trading. Yeah, I heard that too. So you might want to check out Robinhood. Robinhood is fairly decent from, but I mean, I haven't dealt with them, but from the experiences, I've probably talked about 4 or 5 people that have used Robinhood, and they say they like it. Joseph, what would it be like to get around with an e-bike in the Philippines? It's not a good thing. They block traffic and stuff like that. And around the neighborhood, or if you're in a gated community, just driving around there. Sinful. So I will have 2 bikes, my hot rod one and the comfort one. Michael, I remember the disaster that the Escort and the Focus were. Actually, Michael, I had a couple of Escort. Both of them lasted me a long time, and I liked both of them. Barry and the PI, I have a Toyota truck. The Pinto had the gas issue, the gas tank issue. I had a Pinto too. I have the Toyota truck, but I don't drive it, Barry says. The Invisible Man, howdy, Steve. Can you talk about annual renewal fees for the SRRV for the military? It's $10 per year. How much? How often? Every 2 years you do it. Thanks so much. Appreciate all your help. Visible Man, it's $10. So you pay 2 years in advance, and you have to redo it and get another card. You just call up Mary Rose or whoever you're working with. If you need help, let me know. We do it for free. No strings attached. Kirk, do any of you U.S. guys have trouble withdrawing from your IRAs? Nope. I take money out from mine all the time. Ben Shepard, I know you said you're like a Western diet. How much does that cost you a month? It's hard for me to say, because it's probably like about $500 a month with me and my girlfriend, for maybe a little bit more than that, because we eat out sometimes. If you include eating out, might be as upwards 600. Sinful's Michael L. I had a Focus ST in the US. That thing was fast and handled amazingly well. I have a hill climb speed record with it. There we go. Ray McShane, Michael, I had an Escort for like 10 years, ran like a champ. Yeah. I never had any problems with any of my Escorts. When I sold it, the guy had a problem with it, but I don't think he took care of it like I did. Christopher Lever, I remember Robin Wood was involved in the GameStop when Octo trade on that stock. Joseph Grutz, would a video of what food is available in the grocery store be possible? Um, that would be kind of, I don't know. I'll tell you this, Joseph. You go to SM, you're gonna get mostly Filipino foods. If you go to Walmart, you get more American foods and more American stuff. If you go to SNR, you're gonna get a lot of American foods, and you can go to was it All Day? I think they call it All Day. They have a lot of American foods there too, but SNR has the most. Also Landers. Joseph Grutzer would like a video of what food is available at grocery stores. Let's see. RLV says yes, the Ford Focus and Fiestas were a headache here before transmission issues. Michael L says I drove a '97 Escort and the transmission went out on one trip to Ontario and on another trip. The cylinder rod went out, never again. Thomas Robson, I love my Escort. I got it boned by a pickup truck and totaled it. Sinful says Joseph Grutzer, any food you could want is generally available. Just have to use different stores. There you go. That's the best way to say it. You kind of shop around and look around and all over the place to find what you want. Sometimes stores have it, and then you go the next time and it's gone. So I tell people buy it when you see it. You know, Leonard Marlin says, "Can't believe I made a live stream." That's again, Steve, for being a great example and giving great advice. We dropped our electricity bill a ton after putting in our split condition. Thank you. No problems, Leonard. I'm glad that worked out for you, man. You know, I've been telling people that sometimes people think, well, I can put a one horse in my room rather than put a two horse in there. And actually, I ended up saving by switching from the one horse to the two horse, and I saved a lot. You know, is Chris? Good morning, Steve. Any updates on Paul from World Zoom? Will he be staying in Cebu BI as long as Barry Jordan? I don't follow that. You know, I really don't follow that much because of the you know what? I wouldn't want to be in there, and I wouldn't want people being dipping in my business. I don't. I'm not a big fan of the guy. You know, I know some people are still. Um, I didn't like the fact that some of the things he said about, you know, using veterans and stuff like that, and supposedly one of those things was rob stealing from veterans. I heard, but I'm not totally sure of that. I don't. That's what somebody was saying out there on one of the other blogs. So I don't know. Izzy and Chris, good morning, Steve. Any updates from Paul? Read that one. Thomas Robson, grow your own food. You know what I made tonight, guys? You wouldn't believe what I made tonight. I made carrot juice. I bought a juicer, and I juiced a whole bunch of carrots, and I still got a bunch more to juice. And also, we juiced a cucumber and an apple in the same juice, which is great. And it tastes really good too. Let's see. Izzy and Chris, good evening, Steve. Any update? So we read that one. Thomas Robson, grow your own food. Phil says Izzy and Chris, World Zoom, still singing from bars. LOL. There we go. I don't know if you guys have seen Ryan Wi-Fi. Ryan on Wi-Fi has been really slamming all those guys in cartoons and stuff like that. It's Ryan on Wi-Fi, all one word, on YouTube. Dicky Spaz says AC systems in the U.S. about to increase 30% as R410 not being used with new systems anymore. Wow, I didn't know that. So 30% more in price or 30% more in energy consumption? I would take it, you mean, as far as price. Simple says, we packed plants from our yard and had a refreshing drink. Well, we picked. John living in the Philippines, we do all of our shopping at SNR and Trinova. I do all my shopping at Walmart, and I go to SNR quite a lot. John living in the Philippines, we do all of our shopping. Dicky Spaz, poutines, hilarious. They're pretty good. Okay, Dicky Spaz says price increased. Okay, that's sad. AC now is already expensive. I couldn't imagine, and people can't. I don't know how people back home, the older guys like us. I say older people. I'm looking at people that are my age, and I think a lot of people back home can't afford. They can't afford it. they can't afford to live anymore back there. I've been reading and hearing from some of the people living back there. And they're telling me, man, Steve, the days when you used to be able to live on 15 back in the States or in Massachusetts are gone. You need at least 4 to 5 thousand to live in the New England area in most areas now. Sully says my mom loves her dehumidifier. Says it helped her electric bill. Leonard Marlin says I see you using solar panels. I'm putting up some in the next year. How have they changed your electric bill? I'm not really using solar panels per se, Leonard. We have solar lights outside. Does it make a difference in the electric bill? Maybe by a small amount, but not very much. Um, I actually like them. They give off quite a lot of light and they go all night long. Um, Provincial expat, is it difficult to find ground beef and other beef? No, they have ground beef. You just have to look for it. They kind of hide it in the corner. Provincial expat, is it difficult? Let's see, wait. Follow me says 100% P&E Navy can only fly to Guam, no Japan, Korea. Do you have any info? I am based in California. Can only fly to, you can fly to wherever you want. I don't know what you're trying to say here. You're based in California. You can fly to Guam from here. You can go to Japan. You can go to Korea. Thomas Robinson says, do dehumidifiers generate water since it takes out water from the air? Yes. Has to put it somewhere, so it throws it out to a hose outside. And some of these, you can switch it to dehumidifier, and it'll just make the room dry so it's not humid. ROV says, Steve, what telco are you using right now? If you're talking about telephone company, I just use a smart, and I don't have a regular telephone company for in the house. Sinfuls says provincial expat. No, you can find good beef steaks and burgers from a place called Santee's Deli. There you go. Ray McShane, follow me. No space A flights here. Yeah, you can fly, but you can't fly any of those military things. If that's what you're talking about, it's hard to do that here. It's impossible. Let's see. Barry in the Philippines. Yes, you can find ground beef and ground pork here. Sinful says, follow me. Space A is only available in those places you mentioned. So if you go to those places, you can fly out of those places from there to here if you're looking for a cheaper flight. Provincial expat, thank you, Sinfuls. Jay Sully, Thomas, yes, you can usually have to empty a bucket or pan. That's on the old ones. You're talking about on the old dehumidifiers, but they have dehumidifiers right inside the AC units now, and it just goes outside. Sammy, Space A to Guam, then cheap flight to the Philippines. Symbols, thank you. Just thought he has, or not, info on Space A. Let's see. Joseph Grutza, I got to say hello I forgot to say hello to Sinfuls. Mike D, are you able to own a boat or a yacht and drive the boat on the ocean, or do you have to be a citizen? You can own one. Sure, they have people that travel here. There's a couple that traveled around the Philippines for a while, and then they actually travel around the world, but I forget their name. I'm actually subscribed to them, but I haven't seen any of their stuff in a while. Leonard Marlon Thomas, I have had one and have to empty it twice a day. We have a lot of plants, and they seem to thrive on the water. Follow me, Sammy. Yes, I asked the Facebook Space A. More I ask, the more info I can get and use. ROV, sorry, internet provider are you using for your Wi-Fi now in the live stream? I am using Converge. Okay, Converge. It's okay. We've had our problems with them, Simples, yes, I know someone who went to Korea for Space A. It took a week to finally get a seat. Ray McShane, follow me. Space A is a pain in the ass anyway. We are at the bottom of the list. That's something you got to think about. Is you don't know if you can even get on those flights sometimes because there's a lot of people waiting. Let's see, Simple says I use PLD fiber. It has been very remarkable for the most part. Converge has been good, but we've had our outages over here. You guys know because I'm not when I'm not here on a Saturday night lately. It's been issues with electrical or converge being down. Morocco, one thing about rising fast food prices is I choose to eat at home and much more often, making much healthier foods. Let's see who else we got on here tonight. We're up to about 83 people, so we got a good little crew here tonight. 55 thumbs up. Let's see who else. Let's get some more chat on here, guys. Um, I've had a lot of guys hit me up about the harmonicas this week because they saw the harmonicas in one of my videos that I did in the picture, the thumbnail. Let's see, Crypto and PI, why do you keep skipping my comments? Do you not want me to say anything? I did not see your comments. In fact, this is the first one I've seen. Um, so I don't know what I don't even see any of your stuff up above. To be honest with you, I just looked. Sinfuls, that is why I am thankful my wife cooks, always from scratch. Joseph, Steve, I had extremely bad sciatica, went to physical therapy with it. I also knew that I had a bad hip, but I didn't realize my hip was that bad until I saw the hip surgeon once and got my replacement. Um, yeah, my sciatica, it definitely it bothers my hips and my legs too. Joseph, I had no problem. Michael says, I am thankful that I like Filipino. Let's see, I can't see the word because it's behind a heart there. Filipino as well as American food. Jay Sully, have to go, heading to Costco. Enjoyed the live. Take care, Steve. Thanks, Jay Sully. My wife cooks Western for me. Yeah, Sinful's wife, she cooks a lot of food. She cooks American and Filipino and everything. My girlfriend does too. If I want her to cook stuff, she just cooks it up for me. One of the things I've always liked, and the cheap food that's kind of funny, is a grilled cheese with tomato on it. I love a good grilled cheese with butter. I know it's not the best sandwich for you. Man, those sandwich I love. If you want something that takes you back home, grilled cheese. You know, I love grilled cheese. RLV just switched Globe Fiber prepaid from PLDT fiber due to bad service. No connection for almost 3 weeks. Michael, I actually enjoy most Filipino food with one exception, balut. Yeah, I don't like balut. I don't like about half the foods that they serve. Simple's LOL. Housekeeper and cook. Enough said, LOL. Most of the cooks that you hire here don't cook a lot of American foods. Simples, I just had 4 cheese grilled cheese and last night at the cafe we rode to. Yeah, I love a good grilled cheese. There's nothing better than that, especially when it's cooked in butter. Craig Jordan, lump pan doesn't count for liking Filipino. Follow me. First time caught you live. Last year, think I asked you SRRV, 100% PNT, and your connection getting SRRV. If you need any information, follow me. Just contact me on steven5975@yahoo.com, and I'll help you through the whole process. Free. It's free. We don't charge. Mary Rose gets paid from your application fee by the PRA. Leonard Marlin, I ended up having to get a dedicated internet connection because all my neighbors, family, and friends were using our internet. So I have two ones for my kids to pass out the password to, and one for me. I wouldn't give out my password to anybody. No more. Christopher, can you tell the difference in chicken and veggies without pesticides? No. Follow me. Also, I asked you where is your donation icon so I can support your channel. We don't take donations, man. We don't take donations. Just watch my ads. That's what I tell people. Just you want to make a donation, let the ads run. Thomas Thompson, I've got a rice cooker and I have a pen with holes in it for the steaming. I'm literally cooking rice and broccoli now. We have never taken any of these things where you can donate money or anything like that. I just, we do it as like a service to help you guys. We've always done that. And if you do put that on your channel, they start calling you a e-beggar and all this stuff. And I just don't need the. I rather have the peace, and I still have people bugging me. And Sinful's got up the email if you need it. Follow me. Sinful's Christopher Leroy. Yes, you can. We go to farmers market to buy fish, meat, and vegetables, certainly natural. Thomas Robson, LOL. Ground pork cooked as hamburgers. Michael L. Never ever give out passwords. I agree with Michael on that one. Unless you really know the people really well, and it's but otherwise no, because then they give out the passwords and they give out the passwords, and it just gets to be ridiculous. Simple says 1, 2, 3, 4. Gregory Dare, do you know if Medical City Clark takes Champs via? I do not know. I'm not sure. RLB, don't give out your 5 password. The whole barangay will know. If that's true. Follow me. Is marijuana illegal in the Philippines? Yes, it is. It'll probably never become legal here. Sinfuls, follow me. Yes, illegal. Sammy, I was looking for info earlier, and everyone but Steve wanted to charge me $50 or more. We don't charge. You can talk to me for an hour on the phone, and I won't charge you. I never have charged. I know a lot of people they want to charge you $50 for your time, and I'm not even sure how much information you're going to get from Ray McShane, Gregory Deering. You have to stay up front and get reimbursed. Morocco, regarding Balut, once my Filipino girlfriend used the expression, don't count your chickens before they hatch. I shoved back, at least I didn't eat them before they hatch. Michael L. And use at least WPA2, if not WPA3, with strong passphrase. Follow me, Sinful. What is the jail time? I'm not really sure. Maybe Sinful knows. But my bike friends were telling of a town in the mountain where you can smoke and no one bothers you, but don't leave the mountain with any and be sober. There's a place here you can do magic mushrooms, and the place hasn't been closed down. I wouldn't recommend it because it's still illegal from what I heard. But there is like a resort place online. They advertise it, and place has never been busted or anything. But I'd be careful about doing drugs in any foreign country. Philippine jail, LOL, that is enough. Steve, one of the few no consult fees. We definitely don't do any consultation fees. We do it free. If you can reach me between 6 and 9:30, I'll talk to you all the way up until 9:30, even more sometimes. Thomas Robson, call recreational use of drugs are illegal. Follow me. And he's laughing. Brian Hagley, people say Cavite has a cooler weather. Is that true? And if so, area of Cavite can you suggest? Our area, Tracy Materas is nice. Indang is nice. There's a lot of other places too. Paul Osborne, some Filipino chatter is the resignation of VP Duterte a signal that a war between China and the Philippines is very close. What is your opinion? I don't know. I've heard about that. I thought she just quit from the school thing. She resigned from some school thing or something like that, or something else, some department or board or something like that she's on. I haven't heard things. She's resigning. I heard something a little bit about it, but it's not much in the news about it that I've seen. But due to historic reasons, recreational drugs will never be legal in Southeast Asia. Reference to opium wars, how British subdued China in 19th centuries. Sinful says Brian Hagley near Salanka to Tagaytay areas. Tagaytay is very cool, very cool. Leonard Model, I gave up keeping my kids from giving out passwords for our internets. Much less stressful, peaceful to pay another 1,500 HP and everybody happy and keep in peace with the family. Barry in the BI, Alfonso Cavite has cooler weather. That's another place too. RLV, follow me. You don't want to experience our PH jail. No, you don't. You could be in there with Barry and I mean, and I'm sure I don't wish jail upon anybody here. Let me tell you. Thomas Robson, Steve, love all the information you give. Thomas from Las Vegas. Thanks, Thomas. Sinful says, Michael L. Thailand, you smoke weed recreationally. Greg Jordan, rec drugs are still capital offense in some Asian countries. Yes, some they aren't. Thailand, there are a lot of drugs that are illegal. Zane Underwood, Midnight Express syndrome. Sinful. She is resigning from the Department of Educational position. My wife says she can start to oppose BBM for next election. Yeah, see, she didn't resign then from the vice presidential thing, and I kind of got that from the way that they were feeding the news to us too, but it wasn't that. Ray McShane resigned from Department of Education. Only see, I heard other people talking about it like she was resigning, and I think people just hear Duterte resigned, and they don't listen to the rest of it. But I heard everything, and the way the news report came across, it came across just like that. It sounded like she was resigning. Period. Ray McShane resigned. Let's see. Leonard Marlin. Have anyone heard Scott Ritter telling the Philippines the United States is just using them? Yeah, I saw that. I think it's the same thing. There was a bunch of guys talking about it. I think I said that to a few people. That's pretty disgusting. Michael L. Sinful is the one exception since Thailand resisted colonialism successfully. Slick 66 says, I have a retired friend in Thailand. Marijuana is now legal there. They are paying homeowners Western money to grow and cultivate. Not from me, but if you want to get high, go to Thailand. Let's see. Follow me. I smoke some good quality weed in Khao Shang Road, KK. I think it was 1 or 2 years ago. Michael L. Scott Ritter is a disgrace and a chomo. Sinful's Leonard Mullen. I don't put a lot of stock in that statement. I mean, to the point of course, yes, but there is agreements. Angelo Kalima, I am confused. Why did Charles Schwab shoot down your account? It is your money. Kindly explain. It's because you're outside the country. They don't like it. Trading, there's certain rules and laws, and if you're trading from outside the country, it starts a problem. I'm not sure why, but they do have international accounts that you can trade and live outside the country. So go figure. I'm not sure why. Jimbo, more confrontations with China and Philippine Coast Guards that will not stop me from landing in Taipei and then to Cebu in August. Michael L. Scott Ritter was also sold his soul to Putin. Let's see, Christopher Leroy, bang, thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I did see that, Michael. I was kind of disgusting. I think that you were talking about that they had like a panel of guys there. Is that the one you're talking about? If that's the one, I saw that, and I didn't get the guy's name, but it probably is that Scott Ritter guy. But it was pretty disgusting what they were talking about, saying that basically telling the Philippines that the U.S. is using them. Well, as soon as we left, guess what China did? They went in and took their islands. But they don't want to talk about that. Sinfuls, yes, honestly, that are deep staters. LOL. Thomas Robson, alcohol is good enough for me. RLV, my wife's cousin is still in jail since around 2001 due to drugs. There's some people that are waiting to get a hearing, and they've been there for 5 or 6 years waiting to get a hearing. Thank God, when you go up before the judge, it's usually time served. But if you get found not guilty, you did all that time. Are they going to reimburse you? No, they're not gonna. It's crazy here. Let him know he's Chinese and Russian propagandist. Yes. Thomas Robson, the Charles Schwab had international accounts. I talked to them about it. Yeah, they do. They do have international accounts, but you have to have like a minimum of, I think it was 75,000 last I heard, something like that. It's a lot of money. That's the sad part. You can use Robinhood. There's other places that you can go to when you can open accounts, and they don't have a problem with you. You don't need to have 75,000 in there. So we got 86 people, 66 thumbs up. Let's get some more chat on here, guys. We're gonna end this in about a half an hour, maybe even less. We'll see. We'll see how much chat we can get on here. We got some good stuff going on here, though.
Claim for chat plus.
Let's see. There's a phone call come through from my friend. I had to hang up on him. Hold on a second. Let me put this off so it won't ring. There we go. For you guys that were talking about the air conditioners, I want to put this out. because this is good information. I did a video the other day about a ceiling fan I bought. It's right up here. It's just it's like about that big around, and the light goes around outside. It's a USB light. It's yellow and white, and like a bluish light, and it has a fan, and the fan has 6 speeds, and it gives you as much push as a regular ceiling fan that's bigger. It's pretty powerful, and it cools down the room. It helps. So for you guys that are looking to save money, you can put that on at night, and it keeps you cool. You know. Let's see. Follow me. SRRV minimum age 50 years. Yes, you have to be 50. Simfles follow me. Yes, 50. Joseph Grutza. That's why I email you first. LOL. Ollie, yes, have you heard anything more about World Zoom? Is he still in detention? Yes, he is. From what I understand, he is, and Barry Jordan still is. Craig Jordan, anybody concerned about the BRICS growing its membership and continued policy to de-dollarize? Yes. I don't know if you know this, Craig, but Japan pulled a lot of money out of our bonds. Was it $63 billion? They just got rid of. They cashed them out or whatever, and a lot of other countries are doing the same. So it's getting a little bit concerning. But you have to consider that nobody wants to go down with the U.S. And it's if they default on those loans, it's going to make the U.S. look like really, really bad. Even though we help a lot of people, they don't care. When your friends are only your friends when you're giving them money when you're a country. You know. Christopher Leroy. That's why I have a speedy trail to in the USA Sixth Amendment. Thomas Robson. Yeah, yeah, ceiling fan with windows open. Yeah, you can do that. You definitely want to have the windows open probably and have a screen. What I do is I could shut it off right now, and it'd be cool in here in the morning till when the sun comes up. And it'll blow that air all around the room. As long as it's circulating, I'm good. Jimbo says, is it true you have to be in the Philippines for 21 days consecutively before you could get married? I'm not sure about that, Jimbo. I know there's people online that you can get online marriages from, I believe, Nevada or Utah, one of those two countries. I did a video on it a while ago. It mentions that was quite a long time ago, though. I don't remember. It was one of those two states. I think it's Nevada. You don't even have to worry about 21 days. You can marry her online. You're not official. Let's see, the Philippines or some of the countries won't recognize it until you actually meet, though. So if you haven't met the girl and you're marrying, there's people out there that have married people without meeting them, and you gotta be crazy to do that. Simple says, Jimbo, no Jim. I know from experience. So I guess you can get married right away, according to what Simple is saying. I think that's what he's talking about. I'll be getting married next year probably. Not sure when though. We'll see. I'll be in Sikihor in another few weeks. Let's see. Simple says, I arrived and then married 17 days later. Yes, I never met and we married. LOL. There we go. See, Joseph Grutz says, Sinfuls, LOL. Michael L. BRICS will replace the dollar. Who wants to use the government's fixed yuan or devalued ruble? The ruble is half the strength of the peso. Ray McShane says, Jimbo, wait 6 years. Follow me. He says, best time to visit Manila is December. Nice and not too hot. Yes. Leonard says, America is 34 trillion in debt. At some point, it's got to hit the wall, and then we're looking like Venezuela. Probably, unfortunately. Jimbo says, thank you. I was just planning a 2-week stay and then extended it for 3 weeks. I had to get my baptismal certificate and all kinds of stuff to get married in the church, but whatever it takes. Geez, Winston. Hey, Steve-O. What did I miss? Lessons for the day? No big lessons today. Joel Osborne, bet your Bippy that BRIC is a major threat to the U.S. dollar. Why would I be bippy about it? Um, that's not good news. Sinfuls, follow me. Sure, if you want to deal with the worst traffic, crowded malls, etc. After the 2nd of January through April. That's actually a good time to come here, actually. Jimbo, God bless you on your upcoming marriage, Steve. Thank you, man. Barry, you can get married 2 weeks after you file for marriage at the city hall. Okay, Jimbo, maybe something changed. Jimbo L says, Ray, I've known her for 4 years and already met her. Okay. Christopher Leroy, 2K is the bottom for gold, and we'll go even higher. I think we're going to see 3K on gold, maybe 4K in a few more years, 4 or 5K maybe in 5 years. Kirk, I'd like to live in a small single-family house with a garden. Doable, or are most places to rent in multi-unit apartment buildings? Most of them in multi-unit apartment buildings, unless you go into a gated community or something. Craig Jordan, it hits the wall when the U.S. has to pay bills and can no longer just print money. Pooping while standing is on board here. Did you find leaving the excessive costs and craziness of the U.S. for something less expensive, but ultimately just as messed up? No. Actually, I think some things are better here than the U.S., to be honest with you. RLV, best time to visit Manila? Month's Christmas season. Michael says, Leonard, the ratio of debt to GDP is still good, though. We have tons of debt, but lots of GDP. 100K debt is a lot to middle class person. However, it is nothing to a billionaire. Since Kirk, you can certainly find single family homes. Jeeves Winston, any thoughts on NVIDIA? It's not stopping. I really haven't followed stocks in a while, Jeeves. I don't really plan on getting back into it probably either. Follow me, Sinfuls. Thank you for your replies. There was always nice weather in Philippines. I lived in LA, Chicago, and DC. Hate the traffic and worst pollution. Michael L says, too late to buy NVIDIA. It's peaking. If it's peaking, then that's I was a fan of NVIDIA a long time ago. I don't know if you guys heard me talking about it before. Sinfuls, follow me. Tagaytay, Valencia, near Dumaguete, Baguio areas near Tagaytay. Tracy Materas, where I live right here, is cool. You guys are looking for cool places. But it's only in the outskirts of the city, outside the city, behind and away from the major roads. Because when you're near major roads, it seems to be hotter all the time. In fact, it's like 5 or 10 degrees hotter. If you live where I live, it's really nice over here. I live towards General Trias, that area, and it's cooler here. It's a lot cooler. I love it. Jimbo, America has become a country of paid and division. You work hard to make money, but where are the smiles? Where is the love? That is why Philippines is my retirement and happy destination. I gotta agree with that, man. Nobody would agree with that more than me, because when I left, I hated going to work. I hated being around the people that I worked with. I worked in the school department. And I hated it because the people were miserable to be around. Simple says, my area here, New Valley, also is nice. This is my area, and it's very clean, green, and open space. I have all I need 10 minutes from my house, but it feels like the province due to open green space. He lives in a really nice area, Sinfuls does, in New Valley. Pooping while standing, FWIW. I'm parking most of my investments in money markets and T-bills, taking 5%, waiting for 2025. Follow me, says, I want to live front beach, beachfront, or street facing beach. Please let me know. If I see anything, I'll let you know. Follow me. Joseph Grutza, how do you spell your city? TRECEMARTIRES. Tracy Martirez. It's 20 miles south of Manila. You'll see it on the map. Chino Papa, Tracy, Jimbo L. I will be quiet now. Okay. Simple. Steve is Tracy Martirez. My area is New Valley, city of Calamba. Let's see. We got 89 people on board, 82 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. We have a lot of people that pass through here and they listen for like 10, 15 minutes and get some information and they leave. Thomas Robson, use Earth and you can do sightseeing virtually. If you want to find me on Google Earth, just type in the Philippine Info Channel, and it shows you right where I live, and that's the area that you want to live in. So I don't know who put me up there, but I'm on there. I've had people come here knocking on my door that I don't even know, say, "Hey, Steve, what's going on?" It's like, do I know you? And don't do that. We had 4 or 5 guys in 1 week, I think it was. That when the person did that, they all of a sudden people started coming. Then after that, I've only gotten a few, maybe 1 or 2 every 6 months. Yeah, Google Earth, you can sightsee virtually, and you can see my street. Michael L., the only problem with treasuries is they may not pay out because the Republicans keep on blocking budget bills, which shut down the government. Let's hope that they don't stop paying these bonds and stuff, or any of the loans that the U.S. has, because if we don't pay one of those loans, we're screwed, and our credit score is definitely gonna go to hell, in a handbasket. I think we're pretty far away though from that. I think somebody said 5 or 10 years away from the U.S. having a major tragedy, and I think by then, hopefully, that the U.S. will have somebody in there that will start working on fixing that issue, and that's what we need. Dwayne Kelly says, I'm from Zoom's neighborhood in the U.S. He doesn't have pending crimes that I can find. Seems he is in the clink over old stuff. That's what I heard. He's in there because he didn't serve all the stuff that he was supposed to serve. And I don't know if it's probation or whatever. That's the rumor that's going around. Michael L., thinking of SG bonds. RLB says, follow in Luzon, check out Pico de Loros, Nasugbu, Batangas, around 2 hours from BGC. Joseph, good evening. How you doing, Joseph? Panguito, hey, Steve, do you guys ever meet at the Greenbelt 5 at Texas Roadhouse? No. If you guys want to go to the Texas Roadhouse the 27th, this week, we are going on the 27th at 1:30 p.m. at Evia, EVIA, in Las Piñas/Bacor near Alabang, at the Texas Roadhouse at 1:30. If you guys want to join us, feel free to join us. And that goes for anybody. Sinfuls, ROV, yes. This is a nice area. Land is cheap there right now. Thomas Robson, not to be political, but America needs politicians who don't like to spend. I agree with you. And the problem is we always have to bail out these countries, and maybe somebody should try to bail us out this time, which won't happen. Martin Gale, bet, stay clean, don't get arrested. Sinfuls, every lifestyle. It's every lifestyle, every mall. Jimbo L, I think you missed my comment, but I think it's important. Life is happening right now. If you want love, peace, and happiness, go for it now. Michael L, America needs politicians that reach across the aisle. That's what we need. Michael's right on that one. I've said, and Michael's probably heard me say that many times. During the Reagan era, everybody was willing to reach across the aisle to a certain extent, and we don't see any of that now. People just build walls, and we need to tear down our walls. Germany tore down theirs. Let's do ours. Sinfuls, Michael L. agreed. RLV, Sinfuls, there was there before the start of Duterte administration. Really, really enjoyed it. Sinfuls, nice. Let's see. I think I'm gonna call it quits in about 2 minutes, guys. So, we will try to be on next week, provided I'm not away or anything. I will be going away on the 4th of July for about a week. I will still be doing the channel and still uploading stuff, though. PP Conroy, can you chat what's happening in the Philippine Sea? I saw videos over the week with the boats clashing. Yeah, I think it's atrocious what's happening to the Filipinos that are delivering the food and stuff out there. I think the Chinese need to be taken to task for that. And before World War, what to do, even though they won't listen. Craig Jordan, King Dollar is the reason why the U.S. has an exclusive privilege to borrow against its currency. That's right. Jeeves Winston, peace out. Pleasant dreams. David Hess says, thanks, Steve. Constantine says, greetings from the USSR. How you doing, Constantine? We haven't had anybody on here from Russia yet. That's cool. But we are going to be signing off, guys, and we will see you a week from today at the same time around 9:30. And God bless, guys. Take care, and be sure to watch our videos this week, our vlogs. Thanks, guys. God bless. Take care.